Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about the 6 books that I read in June. First, I read Atmosphere by Jenkins Reid, and I have a full review of this on my channel, so definitely check that out. Basically, I gave this 4.75 stars. I know, it sounds a little bit ridiculous, but check out the video and I'll explain. Then after that, I read Kill Your Darlings by Swanson, and unfortunately, this fell a little bit flat for me. And for that, I also have a full review. I gave this 3 stars. It was okay. Then I read Save Me by Kasten. And this is the original German cover, which I think is way prettier than the US cover in my opinion. And this has actually been out for quite a few years now. I think this was released in 2017 or 2018. This is also the book that the Prime TV show Maxton Hall is based on, and I had no idea. But when I realized that this was based on a book, I knew I had to read that first. Duh, I can't watch a show before I read the book. I mean, who does that? Not me. This is a young adult romance, and honestly, I was surprised by how much I enjoyed this. This whole story is set at a very elite school called Maxton Hall. Here we have Ruby that crosses paths with a super rich James Beaufort. Very early on, Ruby witnesses something that could absolutely destroy James's family's reputation. And of course, despite their differences, they're very drawn to each other, and so the love story begins. I really thought this had a lot of depth to it. Ruby seemed very mature for her age, but not in a way where it's unbelievable for a teenager. Honestly, I like this so much that I immediately get the second book of the series. And there's a third one too, which I have on the way. This was so well done, and I gave it 4 stars. And I read Every Time I Go on Vacation by Mack. This is a mystery and a super fun read. We have a book author that's on a book tour in Italy with some other authors and her ex-lover, and someone is trying to kill her real-life inspiration for one of her characters. Everyone is trying to figure out who it is. I thought this was very well done. It had some really fun references about authors, readers, the publishing industry. Super quick and easy beach read. I gave it 4 stars. And then I read The Ridge by Rector. This has been on my shelf since 2018, 2019 maybe. I don't know why it took me so long to read it. I really like this. If I had to explain it, I would probably say this is Stepford Wives, but in a Black Mirror episode. We have a couple that just recently moved into the community called Willow Ridge. Megan, our main character, is very suspicious of her neighbor, and one day she's trying to confront her neighbor and an accident happens, but I'm gonna leave it at that. I think it's best if you go into it not knowing more than that. Let's just say there's some very disturbing secrets that come to light. I finished this in like 1 or 2 days. It was super quick to read, under 300 pages. And I would highly recommend it. I gave it 4 stars. And the last book I read was The Ministry of Time, and this was my favorite read of the month. It's just so different from a lot of the books I read. I'm sure a lot of people have said this before, but you can't really put this into one genre because there's a lot going on. You have some mystery thriller elements in here, you have some romance going on, some sci-fi dystopian things. But this was written so well. It had great social commentary in it, and as you can see, I put some post-it notes in here. I never do that for books. A lot of these quotes in here were so meaningful and powerful. Here's one quote I really want to share with you because I liked it so much. You can't trauma-proof life, and you can't hurt-proof your relationships. You have to accept you will cause harm to yourself and others. I just ate it right up. So this is set in the near future in London. The British government is extracting individuals from the past and bring them to current times to experiment. Our main character is assigned to a guy that was from the 17 or 1800s, and it's centered around the relationship between them, but we also get to know some of the other time travelers. And while it had this serious aspect to it, there were a lot of funny scenes in here. It was also just so interesting to me how the author came up with some day-to-day things that are just normal to us that obviously wouldn't be normal to someone from the past. For example, the time traveler was given an MRI and he was asking if people could read his mind with that. This is a hot contender for the best book of 2025 for me. Needless to say, I gave it 5 stars. And now we're at the end of this video. What were some of the books that you really enjoyed in June, or have you read some of the ones that I showed here? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, don't forget to thumbs up, and I would love for you to consider subscribing. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.